What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is TCL's newest phone. It's the TCL 10 5G UW. It's for Verizon exclusively. It is a 5G phone and it goes for $399. So I've tried all of the TCL phones thus far that they've come out with, the Pro, the L. To me, this one is the best. It's only for Verizon, which if you're not on Verizon, that's unfortunate, but this is definitely the best, from what I've seen, TCL phone of the year based off performance and stuff. Inside this box, not very exciting. You get some terms and conditions and stuff like that. And then you also get a charger with a USB-C cable. So nothing really exciting about that. This is the phone right here. Now, I know some of you are into specs and things like that. So let me put a little screenshot on the screen right now that'll show you off the specs of this. The key takeaways are this. The screen is a 6.53-inch Full HD Plus display. It has a 19:9 aspect ratio and 2.5D glass 3D back. So it's kind of curved display. Chipset inside is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G processor, 128 gigs of storage, 6 gigabytes of RAM. It does have micro SD card support, so you can put up to a 256 gigabyte micro SD card in there. It has one single speaker, so you're not going to get stereo speakers or anything like that. You can see the cameras right here. Front camera 16 megapixel, 1080p video for that. And the back cameras, or the rear cameras, you're going to get up to 48 megapixels, 8 megapixels and 5 megapixels. You get an ultra wide in there, dual LED flash. You can do up to 4K 30 video, and then you can see the rest of everything else: microphones, preloaded apps from TCL in Google and Verizon. And this again is the TCL 10 5G UW. So it has that 765G processor in here, which makes this phone feel fantastic, like fast, good fast, beautifully fast. You know, when you're using this, I haven't noticed really any lag on this phone. Loading up apps and things like that is going to be fantastic. Running through everything, you know, runs really, really well. This has the same processor as the Pixel 5, which the Pixel 5 is more expensive than this. Now, the Pixel 5 also has a 90 hertz display. This only has a 60 hertz display. But still, this is a great buy for a budget-priced phone. It runs really, really well. I'm very happy with this phone so far. Performance is great. Again, really zero lag on this. I'm loving it so far. And then just based off like software and stuff, if you've seen some other videos on TCL, they've got a ton of tweaks and customizations in here. They have a little bit of a theme store, you know, nothing crazy. It's really like, you want round style or you want freestyle in terms of icons and looks and stuff like that. You can obviously change your wallpapers and your widgets and your home screen settings on here. And they give you, like I said, there's some good customizations in here to take hold of to customize this phone how you see fit. You can even come into right here in your app launcher and customize the way you want this to look. And obviously you can download a different launcher, but if you're just staying everything stock, you know, it's nice to have all this stuff built right in, so that if you do want to use it, you have the ability to really customize it. And I love that they do here. It's basically vanilla Android with a little bit of TCL customization on here that makes it not overwhelming, but just, you know, slightly better and just a little bit more customizable. With the display, you can see you get eye comfort to turn into that, you know, yellowish little look to it. You can go into, they have NXT Vision, which increases the visual enhancements in the, it'll turn SDR content to HDR content. You can have a reading mode if you're reading a book, sunlight display. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Again, that makes it worthwhile to have, you know, a budget type phone that's not Google, but TCL's definitely making some waves with this. So you see all the cameras on the back. You can see all the cameras. They've got the one camera on the front. At the top, you've got a headphone jack. It's a rare occurrence these days, and some phones are bringing it back. TCL's keeping it. I love it. If you're a headphone jack person, you do have that. At the bottom, you have your single firing speaker. It shows two, but it's really only one. It has USB-C charging. There's no wireless charging There's no IP rating for this, so you can't drop it in water. Not big deals to me. I'm not going swimming with my phone generally, and wireless charging I almost never use on this. So again, those really aren't big deals to me. Speaking of the cameras, let's check out some samples of photos and videos that I took with these cameras so you can get a better idea of how that looks. Hey, what's up everybody? Talking on this TCL 10 5G phone using the rear cameras. I almost said the back. I could say back, right? But this is what it looks and sounds like in a stationary position. Yes, let me stand up for a second. My room is really, really dirty. I'm going to walk just for a second back and forth so you can see how good stabilization is in here. I believe it's only electronic stabilization, no optical image stabilization. EIS, not OIS. How does it look? How does it look? How does it look? Good? Let me know in the comments. Next, we got video on the front camera using the front microphones as well. 1080p on the front. You can only do 4K on the back, 1080p right now we're doing on the front. That's the best you can do. Let me walk around like I was a second ago. I watched the rear camera back a second ago, and I thought it looked pretty good. Just walking around and stuff, it looks pretty smooth. So we'll see how this one carries over. Let me know in the comments down below. I wanted to show off the camera app a little bit. It's on the back camera, and you can see you get auto, you get video, portrait mode, super night mode, pro camera controls, which is awesome. Usually you don't see that in budget phones. When you go to more, you have even more stuff. You have slow-mo, stop motion, light trace, pano, super macro, high pixel. And then when we switch to the front camera, we've got auto, video, portrait, super night, pro, again, more, and you have pretty much all the same stuff. So, you know, a plethora of modes and things to use for this camera, which sometimes is rare in this price range. And you can go in here and get even more control and customizations, change the video quality, the photo size. This is a cool one. I haven't even tried this one. You just basically take a picture of something like food, and it's supposed to detect the calories and stuff like that. So there's some interesting customizations and things like that. You can change the storage if you threw in an SD card. Another thing I wanted to mention about the back, it's plastic. Doesn't bother me because if I drop it, I'm not worried about that cracking. It's plastic. It's probably going to be okay. And you can see it does have a little bit of rainbow effect when you angle it in certain directions towards the light. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's a plastic. It's fine. I'm completely fine with that. It doesn't feel like the most premium, but at the same time, you're probably gonna have a case over it. So what's the big deal? I've got YouTube loaded up, and I wanted to play a video so you can see how well the speakers sound. Microsoft has put out an official video detailing a lot about the system. A YouTuber friend of he probably should know. He lately has been at Galaxy S21 series will launch with a slightly newer version at 3.1. Speaker is, I would say, one of its weak points. It's clear and everything, but it's not loud at all. It's a single firing speaker, as you can see. I can block it right there. I wish they had stereo speakers. I can't imagine stereo speakers are very expensive to add. Maybe they are, but sound isn't that great with this. It would have been nice to see some stereo speakers on here. The quality of the display, I think, looks great. It gets pretty bright. The colors are nice and rich. Overall, very nice display. If I can get it to work here. Put it on my face again. My beautiful face. A face only a mom could love. 6.53 looks great. And I have this at about 60-70%. I'll max it out on the brightness there so you can get a better idea. It looks great. Very happy with the display. I think they did a really, really good job. Is that the best display I've ever seen? No, but you know, for $399, it's very, very good. Just showing off the performance of the phone again. I've got Twitter open. I've got a video. Everything works great. Looks good. No problems with using this phone in those modes to cycle through or fast forward in the video. Everything works, again, really, really good. So that's one thing that I would say. I mean, the performance wasn't horrible on the other TCL phones. It was decent, but this is definitely a noticeably step above that, and I'm very, very happy with the overall performance of this. Other than that, like I said, the speaker is not amazing, but you do have Bluetooth if you want, and you have a headphone jack as well. Bluetooth, just to let you know, kind of a cool little thing, and this is on other phones too. They call it Super Bluetooth, but you can connect at least 2 audio devices and calibrate them before use. So you can listen to two Bluetooth devices connected to this at the same time. That's a cool little trick they got there. And then software-wise, like I said, there is a lot of extra customizations and things like that on this phone to take hold of. If you want to go into advanced features, you can change your system navigation, you can go into gestures, there's some stuff in there, just all this little stuff. I'll have a video on this tomorrow showing off tips and tricks about this phone. But overall, for $399, I'm freaking shocked at how awesome this phone is. Very, very happy with it. I would totally recommend this to basically anybody. It has 5G. I don't get a great 5G signal at my house. Let me turn this brightness up a little bit, and I'm going to open up the speed test app. But I don't get like an amazing 5G signal inside my house with Verizon. But just to show you, you can see 5G at the top. If you're in a good location that has a really fast speed test, you're going to be able to get that with this. I'm basically getting LTE speeds, and not super surprising with 5G. 5G is not everywhere, and even where it is, it's generally not that much faster at times than LTE. But yeah, you can see 28 megs. It's basically LTE speeds, but still, it does have 5G. Battery life seems to be good too. I've been using this off and on and letting it sit there. It seems decent. 765G is a sipper. It doesn't, that 765 Snapdragon processor doesn't generally use up a ton of battery life, even though it has 5G built into there. It's pretty good. So overall, the fingerprint sensor, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. It's okay. Works good. You can see generally it's fairly fast. I like that. But generally, this is a great phone for $399. I wish it was on other carriers and unlocked and stuff like that, because it would be even cooler because more people could use it. But if you're on Verizon, if you're looking for a really good, solid phone for a great price, this is it. This is awesome. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.